Alright, hello friends and welcome. This is the D-Pad, my name is Jeff, and we are back for our final Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke blind stream post-game finale stream night. Very concise title. Anyway, I am officially, I guess, pretty recovered from PAX. I figured I'd shoot the shit at the beginning for a while before, as people are coming in, and also kind of remember what I'm gonna be doing tonight. So for some of you who don't know, I went to PAX East this year. It was different. It was weird. It was an all-masked, all-vaxxed event, but less people overall, smaller show. But honestly, I did not mind that. However, one thing that never changes about PAX and how it goes every year is that it's exhausting. If you go for all 4 days and you stay in a hotel room at the convention like I do and end up drinking and playing card games until, on average 3:30 in the morning, it can get a little bit stressful on the body. Oh, no. So there is something called the PAX Pox, which was pre-Rona, which is just that cold/flu/something that everybody gets introduced to while they're at PAX. And I think, a few people from our group ended up taking some, biological friends home with them. But thankfully, no great issues yet, no positive tests. So fingers crossed, we're all good to go. But yeah, I actually realized I hadn't set up most of my stuff for the stream. Maybe 20 minutes before I started, I just kind of got home because I brought my computer to PAX. I realized I had to plug a bunch of things in, so I also been just kind of talking slowly, making sure that all of my settings are still correct. I believe we should be good. But anyway, to the topic at hand. This is going to be our final Pokemon. Oh my god, I was just playing a game where A and B were reversed on the controller. This is going to be our final Pokemon Platinum stream. As you can see, we got all these dang badges. We did the whole dang game. And I believe at this point in time, we've pretty much, at least gone all the places in the post game. The thing that I am most interested for tonight, and people can, tell me if I'm off base or not. I just kind of want to dive into the challenge battles. At the kind of the center of the battle area or whatever it is. There is, oh god, come and challenge us kind of thing and see how far you can get. So I'm really curious. We're in the resort. We have to get back. Oh yeah, not battle area, fight area. Or is there a battle tower or Stark Mountain? I don't know. I just remember entering the fight area at the very beginning. They were like, you can do challenges, and my rival was like, yeah, you may have beaten me to champion, but Battle Frontier. Okay, and that's in fight area, I believe. Yeah, so I believe we can pretty easily go swap in boots. Goodbye, bike music. Swap in boots, and I think we can fly to the fight area and get squared away for some battles in that fashion. Also, I'm pretty sure it is time to swap Ipman back out of the party. Ipman was kind of here as a necessity for rock climb and a couple of other HM moves. But as we approach the, challenging battle section of the game, I assume that we don't really need Ipman's hidden abilities for that. So yeah, other than PAX recovery, it's been a pretty normal week for me. It's finally getting warmer in Massachusetts, so I hope many of you... There it is. I'm not sure if it'll make it into the video. I'm not sure how far the chat had scrolled, but before we actually got going in the pre-roll, we're chatting in chat. Crazy, I know. And I was saying that the bike song is definitely it has earned its place in my heart as my favorite in this game, like largely because it has just been with us since the very beginning, and I really like this tune. I don't know, I think it's got a lot to it. However, Battle Frontier hype music, this was in my head for a while after we first got to the battle area. Like, literally, I went to sleep that night, and I kept hearing, like, the little intro, like, and I was like, oh my god, please, just become unconscious, Jeffrey. Yeah, it's a good tune. Anyway, I will also say hi to everybody in the chat, because I haven't. I saw Golux, saw Seidel, Arcasius, Carnium, a number of other people in the audience. Hello, everybody. How are you all tonight? Also, I have questions. My questions largely revolve around... I mean, because we're kind of past the blind Nuzlocke portion of this game. What am I gonna see in... what am I gonna see in the Battle Frontier? Like, I'm not even sure... you know, when I'm approaching, like, oh, good, Repel's effect wore off. I'm thinking back to my early Pokemon experiences, and the post games and the first number of Pokemons were not particularly dense. So I'm curious to see, like, different formats of battles. Okay. So double, and then maybe fixed, and then maybe... or shift versus set, maybe levels. Oh, you finally got through the champion? Was it an unsuccessful Nuzlocke? Oh, geez. There's a lot of staff here. This is your first visit? Right this way, please. Oh, you have a Versus Recorder. How nice. We upgrade Versus Recorders for first-time visitors for Battle Frontier use. I'll borrow yours for a moment. Let's see. Slide open this part here and tick-a-tack-a-ka-chunk there. What is the technical definition of a tick-a-tack-a-ka-chunk? Because I know click has a very specific definition in mechanical engineering, but I've never heard tick-a-tack-a-ka-chunk. Oh, geez. I mean, I guess I may as well... Oh, I forgot A button, B button. I may as well go through a number of these just so chat doesn't have to type out multiple paragraphs to me, and I can also read it. So 5 facilities, battling. Battle towers, 7 trainers in a row. Individual... Battle factory. Consecutive battle with rentals. Okay. Battle castle is... trainers to manage castle points to advance. Oh, Cynthia? Was it... Oh, Garchomp. Ugh. Rather than grind a whole team, I took the L and ground my team against the 4+1 until you won. I see. Okay. And the Battle Arcade is where random luck triggers events. Rules. No experience points. Fine. No level ups. Okay. Alright, so there are level 50 adjustments. Okay, BP I get cool items for. Okay, this is where I exchange my BP. Okay. Now the question is, do I talk to all of you, or... Oh, you all talk about the individual ones, okay. Okay, Battle Tower is very simple. Battle Hall. Oh, 1v1s. Well, we're gonna have to enter Daryl in a 1v1. Okay, strange. That one seems confusing. Castle Points CP, that acronym. Healing Pokemon, renting items. Okay. So heals aren't guaranteed there, I guess. Knockout tournament with rented. Oh, every time I win, I can take one of their Pokemons. Hello, randos. Tower, hall, castle, factory, and arcade. I love this old man. This is one of the developers or a writer who was tasked with naturalizing the game for America. Maybe that makes sense in Japanese, like the 5 of those things said in succession, but Kfa is the closest we get. Batch! Chaffed! This is the best NPC. I love this guy. What do I do with... How do I... Oh, boss, I don't know what to do. You got that dialogue done? Yeah, he makes a self-referential joke, right? Didn't anyone think of this? That's hilarious. Oh, Palmer. THCA? F. That's at least the first one that kind of makes sense. How about you, Hatman? Whole new adventure. Alright, nighttime battle frontier. The first thing I do... Oh, geez. The opponent cheated, I was unlucky, or it's my Pokemon fault. Well, at least you acknowledge it. You can't make fetch a thing. Okay. Oh, hot damn, evil hippie. Contributing or continuing that big-ass 38-month streak. Dang. Also, our sounds have changed to Kirby. Oh, there was some... Oh, Palmer's rival's dad. Okay. Hi, little tubing child who looks adorable. My inflatable tube lets me ride out the ebbs and flows of life. I'm sorry, maybe this isn't actually a child, it's just a small man who enjoys inner tubes? Sorry. Wow, this whole, like, area is actually way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would have been a room with a couple of, like, simple entry things. What? Oh, look, it's an old couple enjoying the view. May I interrupt you, sir?
Behind every Pokemon, there's a story, isn't that right, dear?
Dear? Are you with us?
Like a Pokemon and a trainer, we've been together for a long time. Eventually, we will be parted.
Oh, big bummer.
Until then, I will cherish the time we have, dearest.
I feel bad now you're both looking away from each other. Or maybe you're touching butts. I'm just gonna... My headcanon is that you're touching butts. And that's good for you. Hello, girl. The most important person in the battle castle is a lady. Lady, like a princess, I mean. Okay. Well, I guess let's keep going around. I get to battle with the world's best in do-or-die situations here. Do or die? I don't think it's good enough for an idol to just be cute, sing, and dance. I should learn more about Pokemon so I can attract the Pokemaniacs. There you go, you're diversifying your audience. All the places in the battle frontier let you team up with a friend. Oh, cool. Never lose, only winning. Hey, son, have you been winning? Well, I guess not. Traders got command Pokemon to use moves in battle with confidence. They can do that because their traders believe in their Pokemon. In turn, Pokemon repay that trust by using moves the best they can. That may seem obvious, but it's actually incredibly amazing. You know what, my dude? It is pretty incredibly amazing. Thank you for the insight. Wonder how many years it's been since I first met a Pokemon. How much time has passed for you and your Pokemon? Nope, I want the song. Oh god, no. B is A and A is B. It's been about 112 hours, homie. Baller brand, never lost. Ah, thick sailorman. There are those who love battling from deep in the cockles of their hearts. The people that gather here, that would be them. That's not too bad. I think Biscuit isn't here at the moment. I don't know if any of the Wiki Warlocks are, but I'm pretty sure that the length of my streams does not account for the full total of the hours I've spent in the game, but it's not far off. So like 10 to 15% of that, I think, was spent idling or getting the game ready or checking things or grinding off screen, I guess, which technically would be game time. But I think I'm around 100 hours. Thank you for telling me that thing you don't understand. Perhaps I will understand it. What are you doing hiding over here, Truckerman? The battle hall is where I want to be. Even the Magikarp I caught fishing has a shot at #1. Is it a Gyarados or is it a? Because you said Magikarp. The Pokemon's type, the moves to be learned, the items to be held. If your aim is to be #1 here, you can't overlook a single detail. I mean, honestly, this is kind of cool. I'm glad that they're hyping up the, like, all right, champ, you beat the game. Like, now it's time to become the most hardcore fucking Pokemon trainer you could ever imagine. That seems to be everybody. We'll check the stores or whatever these are. Oh, exchange service corner. I don't got an ABP. 279 days. Jeez. I just... Scratch off cards. We could gamble? Oh, but we win berries. I don't have any pointos. Yeah, agreed, Golux. Like, I mean, obviously I don't have the full experience and, you know, knowledge of all of the different battle frontiers over the years. Realistically, like, it's pretty hype to be in this cool-ass complex with a bunch of people, like, you know, that's one of the reasons why I thought Pokemon Coliseum was so dope. You know, aside from it being a fun game, I was like, I love it, the Coliseum atmosphere. I used to wrestle, and wrestling matches are, 3 minutes out of your 8-hour day, maybe twice, maybe 3 times, and then you have the next match is the next day. So, like, the tournament atmosphere is always fun. Okay. Any suggestions as to which one I should start with? I feel like I should just do the one that's take your team that we've had the whole time and just try to win as many times as we can. Oh, good point. We never did gamble. I mean, this seems like the place to be. Nope. At least I know how to actively change back to this theme. I mean, everybody should have the battle tower. It's the simplest. Okay, then we'll do that first. Sand, orb, iron plate, dark plate, wave thing, electric thing. We ain't running any gimmicks on this fucking Pokemon team. We have one gimmick, and it's thickness. And dangerosity. Hi, Pikachu. Look at you, Pikachu. This is a healthy, proper look at Pikachu. Oh, this one's quiet. Oh, there's more NPCs, so you know what I'm gonna do. I trained my little guy till we couldn't take it anymore. He's gonna do a 100 win streak for sure, right, Pikachu? Pikachu shakes his head. It picks up, like, paints and a paintbrush, and it's like, look, I have passions of my own. There's so many tough trainers around. It's scary, but let's do our best, Pikachu. You're certainly the only one that's going to be in this tournament. Hey, can you tell me how you feel right before a match? How you feel when you win or lose? What it would be like to be number 1? How would I feel if I became number 1? Oh, boy. Oh, God. Tough words. Vector. Yay. Oh, boy. Regret. Yay. Raffle. Yay. Oh, there's so many good ones. Wait, no. There's almost too many. I'm taking too long to think about this. I think I know what I want it to be. I'm going to go with danger, yay, because every time you become number 1 in the Pokemon world, they don't really talk about it, but you have a massive target on your back. Not just from people wanting to supplant you and fight your Pokemon randomly, but also every time a criminal organization does something, they're always like, all right, the first thing we got to do is poison the champion or send them to space in a bad rocket. Make sure it's the baddest rocket we got. When I'm about to begin a match. Please, come on! Please, bye-bye. I win easy? Oh, jeez. Hi, nobody, basically. It goes well. I was gonna come in and just do battle stuff, and then I got distracted by all of this bullshit. I win! Here I come! I'm gonna go back and change all of them to here I come. I guess I'm fickle. Catch anything new not during this stream. I may even have one more remaining catch. Oh, he can judge potential. What's Daryl's potential? Unlimited, right? Oh, decent all around. Okay, decent all around, and he's got high attack. What about Slashly? Decent all around. HP. That's not what Slashly's famous for. Slashly's famous for chugging 150 gallons of legal drugs right before the final match of the Pokemon League. Okay, I'm done with your judgments. They weren't... You didn't say Thick Darrow was perfect, so I'm out.
Verily, I shall look forward to engaging you in battle.
Cool. Yeah, I figured it was the IV judge. Single and double battles room. Multi-battles room. Oh, okay. So this is partner up with somebody, do a multi-battle room, tag team sort of thing. Decent seems like it has a huge range. Okay, so this is Wi-Fi battle room. No, thank you. Straight on till morning. Okay, single battle format. Oh, 3 Pokemon. And only 4 in double battle? Oh my gosh. Well, this is different. Just single, I guess. Aw, man. Violencia is banned? Steel. If I take these 3, then I have a great weakness to water. Water takes them out. Water is... Or steel is not that effective. Well, we gotta put Daryl in. It might be Daryl, Electron, Slashly. Sure. First time, let's see what we got. Boo, it's not a god anymore, it's just a worm. I honestly never asked or wondered if, like, there is item usage in this. Well, this is where we're going. I can do this. I can shine here too. Oh, it's Brunette Lindsay. Or Aspen. Ah, oh, fuck me. Immediately coming out with a Pokemon that I don't want to see. Yeah, grass and dark. Slashly with a bug move would be quad effective. And grass on steel is half, dark on steel is half. So I think... Oops. Just so everyone knows, I was playing a childhood favorite of mine, Nintendo Way of the Ninja, earlier. And I set it to actual normal, SNES controller, which is a little reversed for this. Yeah, X Scissor. Sick. One and done. One and done. Bye-bye. Alright, Battle Arena is easy as shit so far. Oh, and it is set battles. Arcasius, for real? Do you know Nintendo Way of the Ninja? Yes, Seidel. I don't know how I said it verbally, but with my Xbox controller, because it's Xbox versus Nintendo, the A and B are switched, like, literally visually. I don't know if you can read A and B on the controller, but so I had it switched for this game such that A is actually A. So when they say A in the game, it means A on the controller, but I did not for Nintendo. Too used to playing that game with the original control format. I don't actually know what a Delibird is. Ice and Fryinguru. Well, steel would not be bad. Arcasius, you got to get out of my brain. On a CRT television back in the day, the mice, I thought they were these big chunky potato looking things. I got that the tail was the thing over the top, but I thought they were like fucking potatoes. I never understood that the sprite had them like kind of curling back on themselves, so they were looking across their bodies. Okay, so it's got weird moves. Well, ice flying's gonna be neutral. Ice is gonna be neutral, or actually, ice will be half. But I know that steel will be double, so we're gonna try to just bullet punch this thing and be done with it. Oh wow, its stat totals are so bad. Oh, the thing at the bottom is different because it's the battle tower. I just realized. Okay, Psyduck. Do I have to worry about damage in between battles? Or, like, do I get a full heal, full PP every time I go to, like, a new battle? Oh, I got so addicted to the bingo as a kid. I used to think that I knew, like, the exact way to get, like, I pressed the button at the right time, and my brother Dave and I used to, like, play bingo together and be like, yeah! No, but the bingo parlors in Nintendo are the fucking jam. Yeah, I picked it up again recently because, like, I had played it somewhat recently before that, kind of put it down. And then, I don't know, I was just looking for something to idly do, so I figured I'd play a Nintendo because it involves a good deal of grinding. Yeah. Crack-a-boom. Well, I guess the first room wasn't exactly difficult, but it was a school kid. Oh, alright, so it does heal me every time. Okay, keep going. No bunga. Nah, Oda Nobunaga. Early interest in like Japanese, culture and history from that game because I was like, oh, this is actually a map of Japan, huh? Okay, so you got bugs. Oh. Wait. Cherubi's just grass. We have a not grass Pokemon, like, ever. What do I want here? I guess Slashley is still my best bet with Bug. Bug v Bug. Haha, you can't toxic something that is made from metal. Also, that's a bastard move off the bat. Upon, oh. What is this goobus? Volbeat. Oh, it's just a bug. I would have thought the vol was some part of some, like, voltage or something, but anyway. Well, we do have wing attack. No, fucking confuse. So I did some research recently, Arcasius, because I had to find out, no matter what level you come out of the first dungeon, the password dungeon at, Hanzo, the, ninja from your hometown who should be, awesome and super helpful, instead of him joining you, he is automatically always 4 to 5 levels higher than your party member, and, like, continues to level up every time you go to another dungeon, and it, like, slows down over time. But I had spent, like, I don't even know how much time grinding and preparing myself to just leave the first dungeon and immediately get Hanzo, and it's actually impossible. You go to the first dungeon, he's 4 levels above you. The only place to level without running around the world map, which is untenable, is going to the next dungeon as soon as you complete it, or every time you level up in the next dungeon, he also levels up. So he literally teases you until you're like level 20 or something, at which point you can actually like successfully invite him into the group. I was mad. Oh, I was so mad. All I want to do is find Hanzo for the free flying, or I want to find Ray, the ninja you train with as a child. But alas. Ooh, water electric. Interesting. So I could dump it with Daryl. Steel would be terrible. Bug would be neutral. Water versus steel and electric versus steel are neutral. I'm just gonna go for this earthquake. Okay, Bubble Beam is kind of shitty. Oh, a critical hit. Wow. Yeah, I wish the game straight up told you coming out of the first dungeon you should be at level 7 or 8 minimum so you can then get allies. Psyduck again. Well, Daryl, your job is done, homie. Come on, use a water move. Bubble Beam is a fine move, but I just kind of expected in, like, the hardcore battle frontier that they'd be throwing hydro pumps at me or surfs or, like, you know. I mean, the added speed down can be useful occasionally, but I say that in a moment where it wasn't useful. While I'm thinking of its idol, will you be around, or do you have a cutoff in terms of time this evening? Because I want to make sure we at least get our much delayed and much discussed battle in eventually. You are ground, huh? Very least, Slashly has Bug Move, which is neutral. Okay, you should be around for the whole thing. Lovely, thank you. I mean, at the very least, Slashly would have neutral moves. Because, like, Electron has no business being out against Cubone. Leer, for real? Nobody cares about the sandstorm. Okay, let's see. Flying's not going to be any good. Oh, I got to get rid of False Swipe, finally. I just realized. Bug on ground would be fine, but Steel on ground would also be fine. So I guess we're just bullet punching. Come on, Cubone. Hold. Oh, wow. It's actually a little less than half. Oh, I don't like that it's double setting up my defense lowered. Maybe we'll get him on range. Hey, Slashly, I never ever doubted you. All right, heal back all of Daryl's hit points and no more crits, please. Can you tell? Hey, it's the cameraman. While battling, I'll keep looking for the best shot of you. Praise the cameraman. Kabuto. Rock and water. Who's faster, Thick Daryl or Kabuto? Your speed is 55, so I'm gonna guess that Daryl is faster. And I just want to use ground, yeah. Damn it, he's actually faster somehow. Oh, he used Aqua Jet, priority move, duh. Yes, Arceus. I didn't understand it as a child. I thought it had something to do with how many things you killed, but I actually tested it. It's like just a weird step count RNG thing, and it's one or the other. It's been long enough since I finished the game that I don't remember the ending that clearly. So I'm still, God, so many grass Pokemon. Fuck off. But I'm pretty sure as a kid I used to always do the burnt Nobunaga. ending. So this time I'm doing the he was fine when he attacked the temple ending. We'll see how it goes. Slashly's still probably the right choice here. Come on, use Toxic. Use Toxic. Alright, fine. Bug versus grass is good. Bug versus poison is half. So I think we're just still oh no. Yeah, let's see how Wing Attack does. Wing Attack. Oh, crit. Well, usually a super effective crit's enough to finish basically anything off. Except for Daryl, because he's so fucking thick, but still. Oh, and it's Onyx. Rock round, so steel is gonna be neutral, double, yeah. We should be able to bullet punch this thing into the sun. Oh man. And it's digging. Slashly's gonna go first, of course. Or wait, no. I don't know how priority would work on dig. I assume dig has to go first, right? Even with bullet punch? I guess I'm just gonna try X. Fuck, I knew I was gonna have to go. So it wouldn't have mattered regardless. Alright, Onyx, get bullet punched. Steel is so good, and priority's good. Shots of me losing? Those get deleted immediately. Bye, cameraman Rick. I mean, sure, let's keep going. This is going out to all the ladies. Babes, I sing and battle for you. And then all the women in the background go, no, thank you. Guitarist Tad, who for some reason has a baby Pokemon. Pretty sure Mime Jr. is just, it's just Psychic or maybe just normal even, not even Psychic. It's eventually Psychic Fairy, but, yeah, pretty much I'm just gonna Earthquake it. Goodbye, baby Pokemon. You have 20 core stats for HP. 20. That is the lowest I think I've seen of almost anything. Drifloon, you're not quite a baby, but I don't remember what your type is. Ghost and Fryinguru. Well, I think this calls for... I can technically Ice Fang or I can Crunch. I think both will be effective. Let's give him the old Ice Fang. Oh no, how dare you burn my boy. That's going to reduce the effectiveness of my physical attack. Boo. Quit wasting my time, Drifloon. Ooh, that one hurt, though, a little bit. Was that a low chance happenstance? Like the ominous wind? Isn't that like a 10? Oh my god. Oh, see? Oh, it had a fucking berry. Oh, no. But it didn't give it any health. Bye. Hooray, Sandstorm. Well, I gotta say, that worked out better than I thought. Wow, I'm fed. I know it's probable most of you weren't around for such a thing, but back in the day when Wobbuffet was like unveiled as a Pokemon. Actually, how long ago was that? It's got so much fucking HP. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like when Wobbuffet was, like, unveiled as a Pokemon, it was just, like, all over the place. Like, that's all anybody talked about. And the anime, I think, when Wobbuffet became a thing, it just included it all the time. Because it was, I think it was on Team Rocket. It was a Team Rocket foil or, like, annoyance. 2000-ish. Gen 2. Okay, yeah. I knew it was really early because I was still watching the anime and, you know, playing the games. It doesn't really matter, but Slashly, do your thing. At the very least, you can X-Scissor. It was Jesse's Pokemon. Okay. I couldn't tell if it was... I couldn't remember if... I lost, but my love for the babes can't be deleted. Or whatever he said. I don't know. That was funny. I couldn't remember if it was like an actual Team Rocket Pokemon or if it was like just a Pokemon that showed up or followed him around, but... Aren't they pretty? Adorable? They're my beloved Pokemon. You encounter Zach's dad. Oh my god, wait, he is actually a father. That's weird. Oh, look, and it's Mudkip. Also Pokemon that had incredible hype around it for a while. Because it's like a fish puppy. And then it became a meme. Icy Wind. Okay. My speed! Fortunately, this will actually hurt Electron, but... Well, one down, 2 to go. I was, you know, I was, like, I've been rambling about, I've been playing, Nintendo, and, I meant to make a point to go look at, I forget if Geodude is ground and rock or just rock. I made a point to go look at the speed run, to see if there is a speed run time. It is rock and ground. See if there's a speed run time for Nintendo. Because I think that would be a goofy speed run to put together. Nope, wait. You'll do fine. Just strength, huh? Yeah, I'm curious if you're just sitting there browsing Arceus, if there's like a legitimate speed run or a, you know, a couple of categories, or if there's just like 5 entries or something. All the Gen 1 rock Pokemon are also ground. In retrospect, I think you're correct. Well, Doduo. Oh, Aerodactyl, which is rock. Just rock flying? I think it was rock flying. What was I going to look up? Okay, so Doduo is normal flying nowadays, it seems. It's not just normal. Just bullet punch and see how well it does. No, pure rock makes more sense. I mean, I guess it could fly temporarily if it's very good at jumping. 605 or 338. Okay. It's a game that's very RNG heavy, but also I think it would be a fun endeavor to put together. Oh, it's a bicyclist. Hey, sup? I should warn you, I'm right fast, trainer. Hold on. Nah, I'm gonna make it. Hey, sup? I should warn you, I'm right fast, trainer. Hold on to your hat. Yeah. It seems like it would be something that'd be fun to route. Pupitar. I actually really love that now I have like the national or the international decks going on. Fascinating because like I haven't seen a bunch of these fucking Pokemon randomly. Is ice good against you? Yeah, I think ice is good. Oh, but so is ground. Yeah, I'm just gonna earthquake the shit out of you. Hooray! Daryl doesn't have to switch out first turn and has a super effective move. Records 1 and 2 are the same guy 2 years ago. Alright, alright. Ah, a Kadabra. Dark is effective against Psychic, right? Yes. We're just gonna... I'm gonna see how far Daryl can go through this. Oh no, my Earthquake was disabled. Wow, it's so squishy. I mean, Daryl's got a pretty harsh bite, but still. A Machoke. Fighting on ground is neutral, and ground on fighting is neutral. Dark on fighting is shitty. Ice on fighting is also neutral, so we're just gonna Earth... Oh, he disabled me, you son of a bitch. Ice Fang him, why not? Let's see how effective it is. Nah, not very.
Oh, scary.
Go for it, Daryl. Yeah, you got this, big boy. It's gonna be a brawl, but we're doing it. Maybe we'll get our second freeze of the entire game. Not that we use a lot of ice Pokemon, but... Well, I, for one, cannot wait to throw Daryl into the 1v1 arena. That might be the thing we do next. You know, I'll try to beat a round of this or see if it like continues or I get higher difficulty levels or something, but that was a real learning experience. Thank you, seriously. Save the last battle as your battle video? No. I did it. I got 3 beeps. Toot. So so what happens now? Like, does it get harder, or are there just different mixes of battle trainer things, or... I love Battle Point points. I can't wait to spend them at the Battle Point store. I'm sorry, Battle Point exchange counter service. It gets harder. Okay, we got time to go through another one, but maybe we'll change up the group. It gets much harder. All right, good. Because I know we had a couple of good type matchups, but also they were using quite a few baby Pokemons. I guess technically anybody over level 50 counts. Well, actually, anybody at all. Like, even Disrespect could go in, assuming it's not barred. Because everything will get scaled up to 50. These are all the legitimately... Pokemon, which, again, what a name. And honestly, Grass Dark is such a sick combo. I would have loved to have had that. Like, Grass Dark versus Grass Poison. Me gusta. And then... I actually don't ever know if Naughty died. I don't think so. Oh, okay. So if you do it again and again and again, you can eventually fight a boss. And they have legendaries. Okay. Oops. Well, I never actually messed with them in Pokemon. I guess I'll just choose from the group I have currently. We'll keep going single battle. I have to not lose before then. I think I'm going to take Fluid just so I have a ground and a water type. And also, Fluid is a good little guy. My counter for a water type is probably going to be pretty much only Electron. So if I don't take Electron, I lack a distinct advantage against water Pokemon. I mean, also flying, technically. Alright, we'll take Asher as well. They've got Fire, Ground, Dark, Fire, Dark, Ground, Water. Yeah. Alright, everyone that isn't Violencia, Slashly, or Daryl. This group's a little less capable, but, you know. I believe in them. And as we all know from college, the belief is all that matters. God, I almost knocked everything over. I'm sure there are people who are annoyed by little, like, pomp and circumstance cutscenes, but they're one of my favorite things in games is pomp and circumstance, where, like, somebody leads you, like, over here, or you wait, or there's, like, a little fanfare that's played. To get this far, I had to make sacrifices. Many, many sacrifices. Human sacrifices! You are challenged by murderer girl Trina. It's Barrel. Well, of course, it immediately comes up with a water Pokemon, so I'm glad I brought Electron. Yes, scream at the beaver. Oh no, the beaver screamed back. How dare you, sir? Thunderbolt. I'll turn you to ash. Yeah, get out of here, you little chud. No, that is true, Evil Hippie. If you're a space orc, belief is all that matters. Oh god, it's our greatest enemy, Piloswine. Oh, alright, so what are my options here? So, it's ground, so no electric stuff from Electron whatsoever. Fire, water, grass, fighting. Steel. It's ice ground. Ice versus fire is shitty. Ice versus dark is neutral. Ground versus fire is double. Ground versus dark is neutral. So I actually think my best play here is to go to Fluid. Because water ice is neutral, but water ground. Oh, sweet. Missed. Awesome. God, are you special or physical? Pretty much the same. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Yes, you beautiful little fucking slug. Magmar. Oh, job done. Oh no, Fire Punch. Goodbye. Good job, Sluggo. Extra leaf litter for you tonight. Bye, Trina. Have fun at the Battle Frontier. It is kind of funny that they just have to leave the room. Like, fuck, god damn it. Welcome to my room, bicyclist. Oh, is it you again? Gasper. Look, this Pokemon is just literally a bird. I know that there's a bunch of literally a bird Pokemons, but this one is just, like, super literally a bird. It's a normal flying literally a bird. That's funny. I mean, I don't know if you have anything fancy, but I got this little ice beam right here. Okay, just a flying move. That's fine. Haha, you can't take my shit because I'm too sticky! That's the first time that's ever been relevant in the game. Wow, a lot of fun firsts tonight. A lot of firsts as lasts. Oh my god, did they set this up for Flood? It's gonna hurt, but... yeah, nothing. What a fucking good-ass little slug. Okay, back to a fish. Well, fish, I have an option for you. Jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle, Electron. Dodge the bubbles. Ouch. Ouch. Well, let's hope that Electron is faster. It is. Okay, that's 2 crits for the enemy and 1 unnecessary crit for me so far. That Seadra must have been super nasty in terms of stats. Nuzlocke rules are technically still... Well, no, who did I lose randomly because I was just fucking around? Was it Daryl? I just, like, let go down because it wasn't an issue? Let's say that Nuzlocke rules are on and that I didn't let Daryl go down randomly because I was just fucking around. Why do you ask? Oh, cause Electron? I think I get it before you even respond. Meow. Yes. Yeah, that was a... Oh, don't yawn me, you piece of shit. You'll be dead before I fall asleep. Yeah, no, that was a Seadra using a stab water move that was a crit and nearly murdered Electron to 15 HP despite being not very effective. Magmar. Alright, well, we're switching anyway. Yeah, I mean, since it's our last stream, it's technically just for funsies. Stop smoke screening me. Technically, because we're doing, like, you know, the final stream, it doesn't really matter. So we could do Nuzlocke because we're not, you know, coming back to this for ever or a long time. And additionally, you know, we also don't have to pay attention to it because it's just, you know, the final night. Look at this specimen. Crawdont. A dark water. How have I never seen this thing before? It's pretty sick. We don't really got much to offer it with Fluid. Ground would be neutral. Both of the water and ice would both be half. Yeah, but I can't use items to wake up Electron. We'll just try a dig and see how much damage it does. Oh my god, the fucking goddamn smoke screen. I'm gonna try it again. A hit! Oh boy, very, very little damage. Alright, and now it's attempting to boost its defense like crazy. That's fine, we have special moves on Electron, but I'm just gonna try shifting them in and hope they wake up. It's just gonna keep hardening. Try to Thunderbolt it. It fell for the taunt, and yet... Oh man, this thing does not... There we go. This thing does not have very many, like, offensive moves, it seems. Good job, Electron. Hate to lose. Yeah, me too. That's why I don't do it. Probably can't tell, but I can see right down to your pores. Gross. Anyway, let's Pokemon battle? After you made it weird? I thought it said Commander Xenon.
Fuck, it's Commander Xenon!
Cacnea, you are just grass. Unfortunately, Fluid is just about the worst Pokemon to be out against you, and I'm honestly a little worried about this switch. Hoping the not very effective... Oh, it just cotton spored me. Okay. Would have loved to have gone first automatically. Oh, I still do! We gotta keep in mind Asher is slow as fuck, though. Oh, is this little Pokemon? Ah, yes, Cacnea into Cacturn. That was tiny Pokemon. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Shellos is just water though. It hasn't evolved. Sure hope I don't see a water ground Pokemon. Oh, I missed. Well, it is not going to matter, I don't think. What? I missed twice? Do I still have the smoke screens affecting me, even though I switched out? There we go. And done. Oh, you didn't need to... Again, another unnecessary crit, Electron, but I like the... Uh-oh, bird. Uh-oh, bird. Uh-oh, bird. Get out of the sky. Oh, you piece of shit. Quick attack. So disrespectful to me. You had no chance, and yet at the same time... Trying to quick attack me. Come on, get out of here. Well, that's a wrap on Xenon. Cool name. Lame team. It's a cowboy girl. A cowgirl boy. A cowboy, cowgirl. It's someone wearing a hat. Her name, Doris. Yanma. You look like a bug, but I've been fooled before. Oh, you're a bug flying. Which kind of means that Fluid is out of luck. Flying versus electric is half. Bug versus electric is neutral. So if it uses a bug move, I'm currently water ground. And bug versus water is neutral, but versus ground is also neutral. It's a 50-50 on what kind of move it uses on me. It's going to be a bug or flying move. All right, Electron, get in there. Are you intimidated? Oh god, it's a double team Pokemon. Just please end it. Oh, fuck, it's faster. Electron. Hit. Fuck. It's just still my best chance to hit. Bug move. Come on, don't get the 10% bonus possible to awesome shit. This is gonna be so fun. Oh, or it's done. That's probably it. Nat 20, motherfucker. Or I guess a 19. Unconfirmed crit. Wobbuffet. You still got crunch? Yeah, you still got crunch. Boy, howdy, he got so much HP. Ugh, the counter. This is probably fine. I don't know if it has higher physical or specialty, but this should kill it based on the fact that this is now stab. Yes. Parasect. Burn the bug. And that's that. Thanks for your time, Doris. Aw, at least she was good. Nice try, gang. Thanks for trying. Number 6. Oh, it's a big cowboy boy man. You there! Don't look around. Pay attention to me. Focus. I'm focused in, all right, big boy. P. I feel like I have chosen the incorrect type of Pokemon like every time. 'Cause technically bug would be fine, but yeah, quad weak to that. No thanks. Use a grass move. Use a stupid shitty grass move. Oh, Stun Spore. God damn it. That might be annoying. Sure hope Asher isn't actually paralyzed. Well, look at that. He is. Okay. I would have rather he bug-bitten me the first time. Beedrill. Oof. I don't think I'm gonna be faster than this thing. Beedrill is, I believe, just bug flying. Oh, it's bug poison. So flying would actually be effective against it. It's fire, flying, psychic, or rock. Don't have any of most of those. I mean... Live, please? What? Oh. Oh, it's so close. Yeah, I assume Electron, it'll take its attack down. It's not flying, but... I know, Beedrill is not a very thick Pokemon. Oh, I should have gone with the bite instead of the Thunderbolt, I guess. Oh, fuck you, toxicing Electron. Piece of shit. Yeah, there it is. It's Chateau. Oh, boo. It knew it was dead. Watch out for the electric cat.
Oh yeah, you're better than you look. I was wrong about you, kid.
Was I focused? Leon? Or whatever your name was? Rancher Ruben? Oh, it's a sailor. I think. No, a roughneck. Okay. Machoke. The only weaknesses here are flying, psychic, and fairy. And he, as fighting, won't be able to do much against me, because we're also neutral. I sure he'll hope he does not have a bunch of, like, all fighting types, because that means that Asher is then, like, that's a dangerous thing to do. Machoke, are you special or physical? You have more physical defense, so I believe Waterfall is the choice. Okay. Oh, Waterfall was the physical one. I'm a dummy. I should use Surf. Please kill. Please. Yes. I don't think I would have gotten him on the first time. Kabutops. You are rock and water. Water is neutral. Grass is great. Ground is good. We're gonna dig him. After he waterfalls me, I guess. Live! Oh. Well, it's pretty fast. Special attack. This should be a straight up kill. Excellent. Rotom! Now, I forget. Is it always also Ghost? Okay. If it's also Ghost, yes, then I bite. No, cut it out. Crunch. I have no priority, so fine. I kind of feel bad a little bit for Orange Boy. Like, I never wished ill on Electron, and for good reason, because Electron was a G all the way through until the end of the game. But realistically, like, that Rotom would have been kind of a cool backup. It would have eventually run into, like, oh, that's 2 ghost types between... No. That's 2 ghost types in between, Violencia and, Orange Boy. But still, not bad. Hooray, we did it. Okay, it is 10:27. I figure we'll probably go for, you know, maybe another hour or so. We could probably continue doing the battle tower, but so far as it seems, if I use some of my main stable Pokemon, at least the earlier levels are very doable. I'm sure I'll eventually run into combos or, like, coverages that, you know, could possibly bust me up. But at the very least, I want to get at least one of these in where we enter thick Daryl into this 1v1 battle thing and see how he does. I am considering swapping one of his, like, swapping out his soft sand right now because he goes in as a ground type, which means obviously any water types that we see are probably just gonna, like, dump truck us. But in that case, extra ground power would not be really worth it. So I'm trying to think, is there, like Sticky Barb kind of thing is in addition to the Sandstorm would be an extra, you know, hurt them kind of thing, but, you know, would I lose this the first time I actually get hit? Like, if I get tapped once, is that it for the whole, you know, 1v1 encounter thing? Because, like, Shell Bell is also something that I know could be universally useful. I mean, Life Ore would be interesting, but... Oh, does the Shed Shell make an automatic switch possible or something? Oh, there's a new theme in here.
When it comes to food, this hiker chows down on the favorites first. But here, I start with types that my Pokemon doesn't like. Why? Because the opposition goes up in level as you progress.
Ah. Okay, so maybe there's choice as to who... Hi, Pachirisu. There's choice as to who I approach as I go along, I guess.
The brain.
Okay. Okay, so dual-type Pokemon. I'm the mysterious maid, and what's mysterious about me is the mysterious part. Piece of advice. At the Battle Hall, the opposing Pokemon are matched to level yours. That way you can make challenges without worrying about levels. Well. Oh, no. No multi-battle. Single battle. All right, you know him, you love him. You see him coming from a mile away. It's our boy, our hoss. Number 1 in our hearts and on our scales. It's Thick Daryl. Rumbling in to see how long of a win streak he can keep up as long as he doesn't encounter a water Pokemon immediately. Oh shit! There's people here. So, oh no, when he's on the scale, I hope this works 9,000, he weighs in at number 1. As in there's nothing thicker than him. So it occurred to me that they said, oh, give them types they don't like early because they'll be lower level. So like, is it a smart idea to just like go with water? Rank 1, and then I guess I go on to the rest of them or something. Like, do the ones that I have a weakness against first, and then move on to ones I have advantage on. I'm just gonna do it for now. Hello, house mom. Oh, fan club department manager. Oh no, it's a Spheal. Oh, but it's only level 38. Okay. Well, I mean, we're just crunching. I assume this will just instantly murder him. Yes. Hurrah! Bip, boop, bip. Rank equals level and rank updates for the type default. Oh, okay. So again, we're going for win streaks. But the smartest move would be to go for a water, a grass, and an ice Pokemon first. Yeah. I mean, I assume this is going to be level 30-something as well. And I will just bite it and be done with it. Oh, another fan club division manager. Oh, it's a cutie. Crunch. Oh boy. If every single rank 1 Pokemon is going to be level 30, like 7, 38, like ice next. This is a cool game. This is a cool post-game thing. Oh my god, it's John! I've been pondering lately. How much longer will I be wearing shorts? I don't know, bud. Until they're no longer comfortable and easy to wear. I believe was the original reasoning.
What the hell's this? A hippo? I didn't go to medical school to get eaten by a goddamn hippo. Oh god.
Oh, he lived. Ow. Oh, well, he don't for any longer. Oh, god damn it, he do. See, that shell bell will be good. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's literally John. If I grow old like this, will they call me something silly like the Shorts Man? I don't know, John. I love shorts too. But they do give you a people do remember. Alright. So we have now taken care of the 3 base levels. We could try the next tier of these. Because if we can get to rank 3 on our weaknesses, then we can pretty much go for a walk around the rest of this. And, like, if we're going to go for a real streak, we got to get the tough ones out of the way first, and then let's just try again, because, you know, we might get a better random draw. So I'm thinking we go do all the 2s on our weaknesses, and then we move on and start just dog walking some people. Oh, it's only level 41. That is way less advancement than I thought I was going to get. Oh yeah, what am I doing? I keep forgetting I have coverage for grass. Ground is also neutral against ice, which I have to remember. Bam, boom, bam. I'm one of a kind. That's what I'm saying. All right. You be you. Austin. It's a Wingo. Unfortunately for it. Oh, but okay. Ice versus water is half, and against flying is double, so that's neutral. Ground is ineffective against flying. We could still crunch. I think we just crunch. Oh my god. Do you need to be way faster than me? I'm sorry, buddy. That's what happens when the rules are like they are and I have 20 levels on you. Like, I get how this is a real... This is a real endurance thing. Like the other one being limited to 7 in like a string. Obviously you have to keep winning through all the strings of 7, but like, man.
I've made my choice. When I fall, it shall be forward.
That's a cool and hardcore thing to say for a little kid. I'm worried / impressed by you. Oh, it's fucking one of these. Ground ice, so I think we're just crunching. Great. Oh no, he passed out. I'm sorry, kid. Why are you calling him Hippodon? His name is Thick Daryl. It's not the kind of name you can forget. I mean, I don't know. Let's go destroy an electric type Pokemon. Oh god, it's literally a Pikachu Pika fan. I once saw a lady wearing the same outfit as me. Oh, it's a Shinx. You're so cute, but... right, wears a Pikachu onesie, has a Shinx. Nah, Thick Daryl went very gently on that one. Don't worry. I wouldn't worry about Thick Daryl being very gentle with a Shinx. Thick Daryl and Electron have been like long-term competitors, or not competitors, compatriots. So I would imagine Hippodon knows how to shake the ground without murdering. I put this team together with my internet buddies. I had to read that twice. It took us all day. That's cute. Collector Upton. Skelpin. Crazy. It's level 40. Don't pay attention to anything that's going on. This is not part of the thing. Wow, what happened? Suddenly we're in battle so quickly. That's actually a really good point. I hope this works. It didn't occur to me that it's like literally just one Pokemon and a Gulpin at that. Oh, give me a normal Pokemon. The prince among shorts wearing youngsters. That is me. In comparison to my voice, the volume... also, ditto. That's adorable. In comparison to my voice, the audio should be really low. But if me fast-forwarding like I have been is like... I should have used Ice Beam because I should have known it was going to transform. If me using the fast forward is like super terrible because of the like sound fuck up, let me know. But otherwise, like, hooray! My 10th Battle Hall match. Congratulations! We got 1 battle point. Oh, I guess that's that. Wait, what? I'm confused. Do I now... Can I re-enter Thick Daryl to the same thing where the ranks are the same and I'm already on the 10th? Okay. All right. I was just, as long as I don't lose my process, my progress. Oh, all right. It's literally just, hey, here's a break in case you want to take it. All right. That's fine. I don't know. Let's get a dark Pokemon out here. And let's see what level they're at now. 42. I mean, they said the brain fights you at level 99, and I assume that, like, I mean, because if you have a level 99 Pokemon, this entire part would be completely asinine. Like, $45. Yeah, so like the ranks are just a couple of levels, and I don't know, maybe that's just because like I'm at 61, it's choosing this particular bracket, but that's like, it's very strange. Also, Snover is ice grass, I think, right? I'm always afraid I'm going to accidentally... Yes, it is ice grass. Funny enough, Ice Fang is actually neutral on it. Let's see if we can still crunch him to death. Almost. Okay, so this is going to take 2 shots now. Man, 10:48. How long are we gonna do this for? Just thinking about how long this would take if I wasn't... Oh god, Hyper Beam. If I wasn't speeding this up. I guess we'll finish out this stack. Right? We'll do Rock next. Until the next 10, and then we'll probably... I'll probably do a quick break to go pee, let Seidel get set up, and then we'll do a couple of battles to finish it off. I forgot. You were a rock, I think? I still have a feeling crunch. Yeah, it's still enough. This TM is worthless. Do a fire type. Still getting that shell bell. Even if this was like you had to retain your HP sort of thing, I definitely, like, the shell bell would be helpful, but all of the early ranks would not be, like, challenging at all. It's a hoot hoot. I like you, but sorry, Ice Fang, you're dead. You imagine them being like, oh god, we gotta be done by 10. Just hurry it up. Everybody, go quick. Just say your things, quick. Choose your move. It's a snuff it, or shup it. Adorable. Yeah, go. There we go. Alright. Thanks, Becky. Bye, Becky. Bug. The doubles format definitely would be more engaging, and it would, I think it would require a more careful choice of partner Pokemon, because like having stuff that affects the whole battlefield but not your ally, or something like, you know, Thick Daryl and a flying type so we could Earthquake freely kind of thing. Yep. Oh, well, that was a crit, but regardless. Alice, take a bath. And now a Psychic. Aw, it's the little sphere bird. Goodbye, little sphere bird. Oops. Well, I saved my battle video, but... Wow, and all of that was worth 1 BP? I imagine it, you know, obviously steps up in the amount that you earn, like, the deeper you go in the tournament sort of thing, but still. That was fun, but very, very, very slow. All right. What we're going to do is I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'm going to go pee and give Seidel a second to get set up, and we'll get myself to a Pokemon Center in the meantime. And then we're just going to throw down for a bit. You know, just kind of chat about the run and the game overall, share some thoughts, you know, things like that. Screw around in the battle arena, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, everybody go stretch, get some water, take a moment for yourself, and we'll be back in like 5 or 6 minutes with some final battles and some final thoughts. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, friends, welcome back. Oh, the chat refreshed. I don't know why. Anyway, we are in our final stretch of the Pokemon Platinum Blind Nuzlocke. Once again, thank you to Seidel for assisting me with some of this stuff, with setting up this whole technical setup early on, recommendations and things, and also for throwing down a couple of times. I have no idea what Seidel's team is going to be. Hell yeah. Every time this works properly, I'm excited. Yeah, so no idea what Seidel's team is going to be. Oh. If I talk to you, do I get to choose the lineup? Or do we just go in as the lineup was? Well, we're starting with exactly who we had in last time. I don't remember who's first. It's probably Daryl. Oh, double battle. Ooh, Thick Daryl and Violencia versus Nihi and Lal. Everybody gets to enjoy the sandstorm, of course. Now, we've got... Okay, the group that I expected. I'm going to try to choose my moves quickly. Oh, that might have... oh, I can go back. Fuck it. Can take it. This ended up being a very interesting first play. Setup moves as opposed to me just immediately going for it. All right. Will it be enough? Oh, just barely not enough. Will the sandstorm be enough? No, it won't. All right, Daryl. Daryl, all right. All right, Daryl. Daryl, all right. Being a little unpredictable in some cases. Okay. Okay. Don't love seeing that. I'll take the damage. Valencia, no! How could you? Oh, Safeguard protects against... Oh, man, that was a waste. Getting fancy with it. Double switch? Could he have double switched? I'm worried about Asher, though. Okay, good. I'm less worried about Asher. Bounce. Asher, hang on. I know the sandstorm hurts your eyes. Sorry, everyone, that I'm not being as communicative, but now that I'm, like, paying attention, it's time. I'm trying to get a W, maybe. Oh, wow. I wasn't sure if the bullet punch on its own was going to take it down, so following up with a flamethrower was like a little bit of a waste, but that's 1k. I'm worried about this bounce, though. Or fly. Ouch. Okay. Oh, your team theming name is 4 letters in the evolution line. Neat. And then you just kind of constructed a name that was, you know, that you liked out of those. I hate Bronzong on principle. Honestly, I had a fun secret back of the pocket plan that if I was just, you know, bored someday, I wanted to level up, you know, get an illegal Geodude or level Schist all the way. Awesome. Good job, Slashly. Level Schist all the way up to try to get an explosion in there. Oh, these two were so fast. This may... No, actually only half. Jeez, it's so thick. Oh, ow. Oh, maybe that was a misclick or just a pull in to buy time. Keats. Oh, cool. A Golduck. Not cool for Asher. Is there a time limit, or does it count down in any discernible fashion? Love that Intimidate. So I'm pretty sure both of these are special attackers, so that's not going to matter much, but... Oof. Who is this on? I can't tell. Oh, boy. Oh my god, Slashly, I can't believe it. Oh, that was less of a chunk than I wanted to... Is this also on Slashly? Oh no, is this it for Slashly? Yeah, that's it for Slashly. Bye. Good work. You tried real hard. All right. Oh, ouch. Okay. I would say that was probably worth it on the balance. Come on. All right. Aside from, what's his name with the, Thick Darrow with the Earthquake, thankfully I haven't had to worry too much about... Oh, Confused Ray. God damn it. Electron is still taking damage from this. Nobody else. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, Electron, will you... Oh. I don't know if we're speed tied or not. That may have literally just been a coin flip. Oh, man. The team is performing. No misses. Fought through all the status effects. Yawn didn't work out, but all in all... Oh, sorry, Electron. All in all, everybody on the team is pulling their weight. I had a really good starting pair. Soos! I don't remember what this one is. I think it's Psychic. Oh no, that looks kind of icy to me. Ouch. Oh, Fluid! A dodge? Oh no, Electron. Don't do it, Electron. Oh, Electron. Oh. Pretty sure this is ice, so this is going to be very little damage. Oh, okay. It was actually neutral. Electron, hold on. Is it going to be enough to take him down? No. Damn. Well, I was hoping that it was a speed tie. Good job, Electron. You did pretty good work. Yes, fluid. This dumbass little slug has been so good. Oh, it's going to be so close. Oh, God. Oh, Sandstorm. Thank you, Thick Darrow. We may all bow down. The finish with the Sandstorm. Well, Seidel, GG. Hey, oh man. Thank you very much. I hope this works 9,000 for the W bits. And yes, Thick Daryl definitely put some shit down there. Seidel, I'm down to repeat double battle or do single battle. But for the, purposes of making it another interesting battle, why don't we randomize? If you want to choose anybody else, choose the order. We can both back out of the Wi-Fi and then come back in with a different order of the party. If that's good with you. I think I will do that, in fact. Because I don't think there's any way to... Yeah, I can't access any Pokemon stuff. Trade Pokemon for it? Interesting. Do you want to just battle with the opposite group of Pokemon? Like, I'll hand over my team, you hand over your team? That does sound fascinating. What a pleasant noise. I mean, 1,000 points and blessings to Nintendo for always having good menu music. Pick 2 Pokemons to trade over. All right. How about 3? We'll do half team, half the other team. I gotta give you Thick Daryl. Like, if you're gonna get to use some of the team, you gotta be able to use Thick Daryl. Also, I realized that you did not include Giratina as one of your Pokemon, which I appreciate. Get over here, Soos. That Blizzard was pretty good. I mean, it took a while. That Pokemon 2v1'd 2 Pokemon for a while. Oh, he didn't catch Giratina? Have fun at your sleepover, Thick Daryl. Remember to brush your teeth. And no sodas after 10 p.m. What a pretty cry. Well, so as we are doing this trading for this, what will probably be the final battle, I guess I was going to sort of go over a couple of my thoughts about Pokemon Platinum as a game. I find that it still has some... I figure we don't trade, by the way. We both have a Shanks Luxray, so we'll just both keep our Luxrays and then choose two others. You can have Slashly too. Steel for steel. That works. Finally, the Bronzong will be on my team. But yeah, as a Pokemon game, it still has some of the issues that I still want from modern Pokemon games to be changed, like difficulty curve and stuff like that. Nuzlocking Platinum, despite getting help from everyone in chat pretty actively and having like a type chart in front of me and things like that, was still a very difficult experience, and we had a bunch of loss, 6 or 7 Pokemon, I think. So all in all, like, it was, you know, it was a challenge when Nuzlocked. You know, I still wish there were a couple more survival sections, a little more limitation on items, or making them more expensive or something. Hello, Bizarro. You big old bell. Alright, you wanna do one more? We'll trade 3 for 3 and split the teams. Okay. Do you already have a water type in there? Yeah, you do. And a ground. Give me something for Asher. I'll trade you a fire, which is unique to you. Trade me something unique to me. I'll take Oobway, if that's who you're choosing. I spent the whole game complaining I didn't have a fucking grass type after Badump went down. It'll be nice to actually have a Roselia. Treat that puppy good. He's fragile, but he dangerous. Yeah, I mean, Platinum was really fun all the way through. Hey, nobody. To catch you up, we did a battle, basically a 6v6, double battle, and now we are trading half of our teams to each other, such that we can have a mixed double battle. So I handed over Thick Daryl, Asher, and Slashly. Oops, fucking voice chat. Shut up. And now we're gonna throw down again. I have no idea how the party order has been affected. Actually, if you exited, then I might also do the same and choose. Do you want to double battle again? That was fun. Nice ghost. Okay. Still psychic. Okay, then double battle it is. I'm happy with that order. Create your basketball team and assemble. Yeah, so Pokemon Platinum. I'm jealous in retrospect of everybody who had a DS and was like really into Pokemon in this era. Like this is kind of when I went into the Xbox 360, like hardcore PC gaming, you know, where I went away from handhelds and played my video games on, you know, big TVs at home or, you know, friends' houses. But like, I definitely regret not being around in this era. Because if this had been, you know, if Pokemon had been, you know, this easily networked and stuff like that in high school, or, you know, even if I had been in it in college, because it probably was in high school, in fact, but unfortunate that I missed out. It also brings up the question of, I want to Nuzlocke another Pokemon game for sure, but what next? Why so quiet? I don't know if I hit a button accidentally to turn the volume down or something, but hopefully the game doesn't get stupid loud.
Oh god, it's Daryl.
All right. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Oh, that was foolish. Oh, and I missed? Oh my god. Oh no, this is going so badly. Oh gosh, and it was Ice Fang and not Earthquake. That's so funny. I switched in the Bronzong being like, yeah, ground, steel, right? One of them's good against the other. And, you know, maybe there's a, you know... Nope. Oops. Well, the time has passed for the first thing I was going to do. Stun Spore did not connect. Great. Now the question is, will they live? I didn't know Lol had a fire move. Good job, Ubwe. But will the Earthquake now kill you? Oh, it's just a crunch. Okay. The defense fell. And goddamn Shell Bell. And the sandstorm rages. All right, I got it out first. Come on. Oh, Daryl. The health you get back from Giga Drain when it's super effective is so good. I can see why Ubwe had like the stun spore. This is funny, Seidel. You go for like the clever setup status effect approach the first time, and it, you know, never ticks off, and then I do, and I get all the lucky calls. Oh no, it's Fire Puppy. All right, was this a good idea, or what? Am I walking directly into the trap? Unfortunately, Asher has both special and physical for both dark and fire. Oh, am I gonna get lucky twice? I can't believe I got lucky twice. That's so stupid. Oh, hold on, Electron. Ugh. Oh, a crit? Oh my god. RNGesus is not being kind tonight, Seidel. That sucks. Come on, Electron. Don't take too much damage. Okay. I know, right? Poor lol. It takes for goddamn ever to kill, which is like it's doing its job, but that confusion definitely 2 turns in a row. Unlucky. Oh no, Slashly. I think I'm taking a less interesting turn here, maybe. I mean, we'll see based on what you do, but... No. Flood, stay alive. Okay, good. That water resistance on the steel punch is huge. Well, Seidel is cursed confirmed. Oh, goddamn. Oh, yep, Seidel is definitely super cursed. Lol is now currently paralyzed and confused, and has been for 3 turns, and only has punched itself. Will this be enough? Maybe? Oh. God, the question now becomes, can Electron survive a bullet punch? Oh, bye, Slashly. Nihi? Oh. Oh, this move, depending upon how this times out, this might be very bad. Oh, okay, I might get some... Will this hit? Okay, not a kill. Will it hit Fluid is the question. Okay. I wasn't sure. That pretty much worked out exactly as I hoped it could have. Oh, fuck, except it didn't kill Nihi. And neither will the Sandstorm, I don't think. Oh, Focus Blast again. Fuck. Flood. Can you do it? Good. Good job being middle thick. Oh, fuck. Did not switch. This might kill my Electron. Oh! Oh, God. This Sandstorm is probably gonna... Oh, everybody loves listening to that alarm noise constantly. Oh, Electron. Well, that's it, James Games. Nuzlocke over. The cheating Pokemon. Oh, lol. It's too bad the thing is over. Is Slashly faster than Violencia? Or am I going to see a priority move? Yep. Violencia is going to take a punch to the face. Lose about a sixth, a fifth of health. Oh my god, dude. Seidel. I can't believe it. Unless you tried to sing Violencia and it just didn't hit because they were Ghosto disappeared. Ouch, the sandstorm. Everything is pain and cheat. Yeah, I mean, obviously, random number generation can go one way or the other, and it doesn't care how you feel. But I'm going to go ahead and say that you got just about as many possible negative results as you could from all those random statuses and stuff. I should have just gone for it. Curses. Take one more shot to the face. Ouch, my face. And the slug should be able to finish it off. Well, Seidel, thank you for going easy on me. And thank you for cursing yourself preemptively. So you missed every opportunity and were confused for 3 turns in a row. I appreciate whatever magic you did to create that. Oh my god. So now the music is louder. I don't know why it was quiet in battle. But anyway, let us trade so I can return your Pokemons as I do a little outro here. Yeah. This was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed this whole Nuzlocke. It was fun and stressful, you know, positive and negative. There are all kinds of, you know, drama to be had. But it went well, and I think a large portion of that were all of you who assisted me with all of, you know, a lot of learning and, you know, a lot of, I guess just like a lot of guidance on getting back into Pokemon. It's been really helpful for me, especially for a lot of the stuff on the channel where, you know, even the people who haven't been fully invested in Pokemon personally on the channel who have been part of other Pokemon LPs kind of, have current knowledge and stuff. And I'm at least good until Gen 4. I'll have to start working on Gen 5 plus, but additionally, in the future, to answer the question preemptively, would I do another stream Nuzlocke? Definitely, absolutely. I'll have to sort out with Rick, which ones he wants to let the channel do first. But then again, also the streams are very different than a rival lock series from the D-pad itself. So I definitely will be doing one of these again in the future. What game? Who knows? When? Who knows? I want to switch to something non-Pokemon for the next one, and hopefully maybe even something short, just a couple of weeks, as opposed to like a longer investment game. As I decide. Honestly, nobody. Basically, I haven't made a decision at all yet. I've had a couple of thoughts this way and that, but honestly, nothing that I could even, tell you preemptively and without full consideration. Like, yeah, I'm leaning towards this. So I don't know. We'll see what ends up. We'll see what I end up doing. I probably will talk to people on the Discord closer to it. I most likely will take next Wednesday off. How recently did I start Inindo? I'm already up to level 20. But then again, like, since I know Inindo well enough, it is possible that we could knock that out in just a couple of streams, just to kind of show it off. It would be a fun palate cleanser kind of thing. Who knows? It's in the running. But again, I'm thinking for my next stream, gonna do something on the shorter side, on the maybe slightly less complicated side, but then again, don't hold me to that. But definitely something shorter. All the multiplayer stuff has been kind of long-term things. This has been going for quite a while now, like, 9 months or something crazy like that. So I'm looking forward to a couple of shorter games, just, kind of dipping in. I'm feeling the retro, so. But anyway, we'll discuss that. I probably won't be streaming next Wednesday, just I take a Wednesday off to think and, get my stuff together. Decide on what game comes next after Pokemon Platinum. What a relief. I mean, honestly, like, I had a ton of fun, but it's also a relief that I can now, like, disconnect from Pokemon Platinum and be like, I did it. Did all the things, and it's now done. Once again, thank you to Seidel. Everybody give much appreciation for Seidel for volunteering to battle, and again, helping me set up all the technical stuff early on. It is much appreciated. Yeah, I'm gonna run out here. We're gonna disconnect, and I think we'll take it back to just outside in the Battle Frontier for the hype music to close us out. I think it's a fine way to do things. Aw, man. Nobody basically, thank you so much for that gift sub. That is a lovely gesture. I'm sure it will be appreciated. And that is a lovely way to end our stream of cooperation and collective struggle. Once again, thanks to everybody who was keeping track of stuff, everybody who gave me advice and help during the stream. Yeah, thanks to everybody for being here. I hope it was fun. We'll definitely see you for another Pokemon Nuzlocke at some point. When and what, we'll see. But until then, be kind, be safe, be well. Rick should have you tomorrow night, and I will likely see y'all on Sunday. Take care. See you in the Discord. Peace out. Night, everyone.